read out. Oh, well. Hey, guys. Welcome to the bird's nest. Hold on. Damn, I was in the middle of typing something. Um, I figured I'd go live because things just keep happening. So, really, let me just take a look real quick and see what's happening right now before I say anything. I will say that Mike McDaniel got fired from the um, Miami Dolphins. And I'm not sure about the rules. I'll look it up. But I believe that to hire a coach, you have to have a vacancy. Like, I believe, this is the impression I got, is that you can't, like, be interviewing a coach and going through all that unless you have a vacancy. Like, your coach can't be there. Now, we do know that two additional teams that have not fired their head coach reached out to Harbaugh's agent. He said that yesterday. He said 9 teams had reached out to him and only 7 teams had vacancies, and one of them was the Ravens, where he just came from. So that meant there were 3 teams that had not fired their coach that were interested in him. And I believe that's why Mike McDaniel got fired, because they going to go out on a wing and a prayer and say, we want to get in, the race for Harbaugh. So we got to get rid of Mike. So that's what they did. Now, Mike is a highly desirable candidate. Browns fans are talking about, we always talk. They're talking about Mike should be an offensive coordinator. No, he won't. If the Browns don't hire him as a head coach, somebody else will. He doesn't have any reason to go backwards. So I like him. I like him. So he went to the top of my list. John Harbaugh is great. Hi, Murphy. I think that's what it says. John Harbaugh is great. He's a Super Bowl winning coach. And he's been with the Ravens for 18 years. But he's not young. And I don't need a coach to be terribly young. He's young enough for me. But is he young enough to be with Shador for his whole career? I'm always thinking about Shador. So I'm always thinking about what's best for him. Mike McDaniel is young. He could be with Shador for his whole career. So we'll see what happens. Right now, Harbaugh has not started interviewing. They're trying to arrange things. So many people are interested in him. So many teams, they're trying to set up interviews for next week. So we'll see. As I said in my previous video, that you may not have even watched because I just uploaded it because I'm having phone issues. I got to go to the phone store after this. He has so much interest that I don't know, I could be wrong, but I don't see him interviewing with all 7 of the teams that want him, that have all fired their coaches and have vacancies. I believe that he'll be able to pick through them and say, I don't want this one. I don't want this one. I don't want this one. And he'll just interview with the ones he's interested in, or would he interview with all of them? Maybe it's for financial purposes worth it to interview with all of them, but I assume he wants to win. So, all these teams that fire their coaches, they ain't winning. So, he's going to have to consider other things. He's going to have to figure other things besides that. And with Oh, Cam, Shador, and Jackson Dart, you getting a rookie quarterback. As I was saying in my previous video, all the little fans talking about a new coach going to want to bring in a new quarterback. No, they ain't. When it's a rookie quarterback, no, I don't think so. So I don't think he's gonna come in talking about one of the quarterback. He's gonna be worrying about them coaches who he wants to bring, and according to um Raven sources, the reason why he got fired is because he was mad that the offensive coordinator was getting fired, and he was not cool with that. And I don't know if that caused some kind of argument or whatever, but they got rid of him, and maybe he asked to be gotten rid of. So he's attached to that guy. So wherever he goes, if somebody else doesn't hire that guy as a head coach, which the Browns have interviewed him today or are going to interview him today for the head coaching position, if he doesn't get a head coaching job, Harbaugh going to try to take him wherever he goes as the offensive coordinator. So hi Armando. I gotta go. My moderator is in here, so I gotta go through the comments. Hi Shantae. Furby Harris, how you doing? Hi ICXY. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yes, guys, please like the stream. Pretty please with sugar on top. R2D2. I would never put my business out in the street like that, sweetie. Okay. Yeah, so we have that. What's that guy's name, y'all? Oh, come on. Todd Monken. That's the offensive coordinator that John Harbaugh didn't want to live without and would rather give up his job. And they claim that Harbaugh didn't have any problem with Lamar Jackson, but I believe he did. And I said it in my previous. I hate to keep saying the same thing, but I just uploaded that video and nobody's seen it. Not a lot of people seen it. People have seen it, but not a lot. Lamar, was kind of shady on his Instagram story after Harbaugh got fired. So I think there are hard feelings there. And but hey, he tried to draft Shador, so I think the Browns could be desirable for him. Maybe he could turn it around. We'll see. It's just so much. And then I just saw on Twitter, now the Browns interviewed a bunch of people today, but they're only advertising, like they're showing like I don't know, like a bio for their guys. Tommy Rees and the defensive coordinator. Y'all know when I be on live, I be drawing a blank. I be thinking that, and I still ain't tried. I thought of the name of Cardi's boyfriend, which I know, and too much going on. Yeah, but if I'm at home, I can look it up. Hey Selma, how you doing, girl? Hi Noodle Sand, how you doing? Armando Reynoso, how you doing? Jimmy Schmidt, Jim Schwartz. I don't know, guys. I think they're going to wind up doing an internal hire. I got a feeling. I could be wrong. Because a new coach is going to turn that building upside down. A lot of people are going to have to be fired that they may want. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Yeah, nah. They talking about some Aiden Durd, whoever that is. No, he can't possibly be a top candidate. I don't think. Oh, I need a pedicure. Oh. Anyway, so that's that. And then y'all see that they done captured the lunatics, the idiots, the dum-dums that robbed Shador's house. But as you can see, I'm a woman of a particular age. So, I have seen many things transpire. So back when I was young, I am of the age where when I was in high school, crack came out. I got to witness. One day we were at school, and one of my buddies came to school and was so excited about the fact that she had tried crack. That was the first time I ever heard of it. But that's when it was brand new. They rolling it out, you know, whatever. Of course, she became a lifelong drug addict. But back in those days, as Josh Allen likes to say, everybody ate. So street dudes didn't have to be out there robbing people. There's hundreds of them. I come from a small town. There would be hundreds of drug dealers during the crack era in my small town. And they all made a lot of money. They made a lot of money. So they didn't have to go out robbing people. You just had to worry about the crackheads. And they don't have no gun or nothing because they broke because they're drug addicts. So it was a little bit safer in that regard. Well, nowadays, every time I see these guys robbing people, I'll be like, dag, that's a shame they got resort to that. Hey, get. Come here. That's a shame they got to resort to that, because okay. Oh my God. Back in the day, they could have just sold some crack. But nowadays, they robbing people. So these idiots done found out this boy's address. No, please stop. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. No, actually, I'm not going to do that. You're going to get the hell out. How about that? Bye. My apologies. These idiots done found out the boy's address and rented a car like dummies and drove from Atlanta all the way to Cleveland to rob that man. What is wrong with these people, y'all? Ain't they got like 50, 11 millionaires in Atlanta? Bunch of rappers live there. I guess they scared of them. I don't know. Must be, right? Why didn't they just rob them? Why would you drive all the way to Cleveland to rob Shador? He don't have no more jewelry than anybody else. You want all his customized jewelry? He got those 3 beautiful necklaces, but Shador had not been wearing jewelry ever since that robbery. He wears one necklace all the time. But now that the report has come out and the police said what was stolen, I don't know if they said every single thing. But they did say the majority of it were his luxury bags, and he already told us that. He kept wearing the same bag to every game because they took all his bags. I guess that's all they could find. He told us they didn't have the jewelry, so I assume that he was smart enough to keep his jewelry in a safe, and that's why they didn't get it. I remember seeing a video of him showing sneakers to Bucky in his closet, and he also had a gun in there. I wondered if they got that. The police said they did get a ring from him. That was the only thing they got. I never even really seen Shador with a ring, but I imagine he has rings. Or it could have been his girlfriend's ring. I'm going to gossip about that too. I'm going to do a gossip post on those Sanders men and their secret relationships. Why are they so secretive about their relationships? So, yeah, those idiots. All caught. And the one that's not caught, they know who he is. They done put his picture out. Warrant. And that $200,000, and plus I'm sure they got criminal records. That's gonna send them to prison. They gone to prison. Bye. Because I had one guy, I think I told y'all, I don't know if I told y'all, this might have been on some other live. I don't know if it was this live. I don't know. How I got robbed. And I caught the robber in my house. And he didn't get nothing but a watch. Well, he took my daughter's Barbies. They were never recovered. I don't know how that happened. He must have dropped it somewhere else. I looked in my yard because I chased him. I threw wood at him, you know. And I think he must have dropped my daughter's collectible Barbies. I never saw him again. But when the cops caught him immediately, because I chased him. I threw something at him. He ran. And I had got a butcher knife and was headed to the block. That's what we used to call the block. That's where all the crackheads be, the crack dealers. So I was headed to the block with the knife. I was going to kill him. I was so mad that somebody was in my house. I didn't know what to do with myself. But before I could even get 2 houses away from my house, the police came up with him in the bag. And they showed me some trinkets that they had. And they said, is any of this stuff yours? And I was like, that watch is mine. He did 3 years for that, y'all. So I know these people going to jail. Simply It Matters. Child, they rented the car and drove up from Atlanta to rob Shador in a rich neighborhood that I'm sure was chock full of cameras. So you're in a rental car. So you wearing masks and gloves and all that. What good that's going to do when you done rented a car in a rich neighborhood, because I'm sure Neff don't live in no regular neighborhood, full of cameras to see the license plate on that car. Who rented it? It probably wasn't even one of them. It was somebody else who rented it and they went to them. And they snitched on everybody. Because you know how it is. Once you catch one of them, people start snitching. So sad it was brothers that... Yeah, Saeed, you know. They don't care. They don't care. We just need to be happy that he wasn't home. How many of these athletes and rappers done been killed because they were home when the robbers got there? And other people, that entertainment industry couple, that music executive who I don't think he got killed, but his wife did in the home invasion. Thank God no one was home. So they done sat around and came up with a harebrained scheme. Let's go get Shador. I imagine they were coming to get the jewelry. They weren't coming to get those bags, but that's what they were able to find. And you know they took those bags back to Atlanta and sold them for crackhead prices. Why they ain't stopped by the house? Can I get a bag? You know. So if they got $200,000 worth of bags, well, there was a ring in there, so I don't know how much that was worth, and I don't know if they got that big ass gun that Shador had in his closet, or if he has a collection of guns. I don't know. I know Bucky does. I bet Coach Prime does. You know, they do target practice on their property. They're Texas boys. They have guns. I don't know. But it was primarily his luxury bags that they stole. $200,000 worth. Grand larceny, burglary, breaking it. They gonna throw a book at him. You going to prison. Thank God he wasn't home. But he left the door unlocked. But that doesn't even matter. Because they were gonna get in the house whether the door was locked or not. Traveling burgers. Isn't that crazy? Well, go taste and see. Well, Jennifer, most crime, is like black on black, white on white. You know, the people that you're around. Um, you know. Well, Saeed, who knows? He might have had a good security system. It wasn't activated. His door was unlocked. They came in an unlocked door. So he felt too secure. But I can assure you, they cured him of that. He's cured. So he locking up now. He getting Pilar to lock up. Somebody locking up. Who else is there? Hollywood, I think, stays with him too. Hollywood stay with him. Hollywood, lock that door, baby. Lock them all. Check them all. Turn that alarm on. And you see he had cameras in the house. So he has a security system. But you got to turn it on. And you got to lock the door. But, you know, those security systems are controlled by electricity. You can cut that off too. These robbers, they find a way. You see all those people in Hollywood getting robbed. I'm sure they have good alarm systems, but it's not. Those guys are gonna find a way because they, you know, you don't know what their background is and why they are not doing what they can. Yes. Yes. Sorry, got pinged. You don't know what their background is. Hi, Amber Love. How you doing, sweetie? I know that. Oh, Saeed. How old are you, Saeed? Both of my brothers used to be Muslim. So you know, I know about the fruit of Islam, but they're not as prevalent as they once were. Or I never see them. I never see them. Back in my day when I was young, you would see the brothers from the nation on the corner with the final calls and stuff. But yeah, those fruit of Islam. Remember the fruit of Islam? Michael Jackson used to employ them, Hunter. Nowadays, these guys get gang members. Gang members, particularly rappers, to guard them. Who does that? No, I ain't that old, Saeed. I wasn't born in the early 60s. But when I was young, well, I'm from up north, so it may be different in other places. But up north, the Nation of Islam was very popular in the 90s. Oh, okay, Amber Love. What's BS icon forever? Oh, I would never. Oh, okay, okay. Saeed. Okay, so we about damn near the same age, bro. We about to. I ain't there yet, but I'm running all up on your heels. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, gangsters, absolutely. Shake, 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 quadre, shake quad. Mm, Shay or Dre. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Please forgive me. I'm glad you caught it. I'm happy that you wanted to. Oh, okay. Thank you for subscribing, Icon Forever. I appreciate you. Yeah. So those guys are caught. They're just waiting for one more. Um, okay. Yeah. Yeah, y'all, I think Cleveland got plans, y'all. And I think they just didn't want to announce it. Let me see how this thing shakes out with Mike McDaniel and John Harbaugh. If they don't interview those two guys, I'm gonna have to believe that they about to hire from within. And I don't know if it's gonna be Tommy Rees or Jen Schwartz. Allergies. My daughter gave my dog a bath today, and I was brushing them, and it is kicking in. Oh my God. Right, Amber Love. I don't know what's going on. I suspect that they know that Shador's QB1. Yeah, but they interviewing him, Amber, and I told y'all way back, not too far back, but back, that Tommy Rees kept turning down head coaching jobs at the college level. As far as I know, he ain't never been no head coach at the college level, so that would be a promotion for him. But he kept turning them down. And I'm like, why is he turning down them jobs for an offensive coordinator job? Why? That's what made me think that he knows something. He ain't leaving the Browns. And now they interviewing him. They could have said no. Do you think so, Amber? I don't know. That's what I say, Saeed. That's what I say. I think hiring from within makes the most sense too, because that defense, I don't know how they're going to respond if their coach is gone. And you can't make some other coach keep your defensive coordinator. I mean, you could try, but they ain't going to want the job. I don't know. I hate that I don't know how to pronounce your name. Dre. Yes, continuity, Saeed. I agree. Right, Amber. But what was he? He was older than Tommy Rees, though. So Shay, thank you, Shay. Okay, sweetie. Okay, yeah, he was older. Kevin Stefanski was older, and he had a very long resume with the Vikings. Like I think he was with them like 20 years, making his way up. Um, so yes, Saeed, exactly. So I don't even know that, that's what I was saying in my previous video. They're going to ask him, I assume, in the interview, what's your plan? What would you do on offense? What do you think? And see how differently he thinks than Stefanski, who is very conservative. And so a quarterback like Shador is not right for him. I don't know who's right for Kevin Stefanski. None of these rookies. Jackson Dart, who spoke highly of him. Okay. Good. Well, good. You take him. He ain't gonna never want you to throw the ball, though. You're gonna have to. He only gonna want you to do checkdowns. He don't want you throwing that ball and putting it in jeopardy. Right. I believe that. Saeed Stefanski gave him a short leash. I believe that those plays he was calling after Stefanski allegedly gave him his playbook, those were Stefanski's plays. But they did have to, I think he tried to adapt to Shador. Did y'all see Shador on the sideline at the last game before that final drive? Took the headset from Stefanski and was talking to Tommy Rees directly and pointing down the field and telling him what he wanted to do, just like he used to do with Colorado. So, Shador, I believe he's going to be QB1, and he needs to be involved in the making of the playbook so that they do what's right for him and not what's right for Stefanski. Stefanski doesn't want to adapt to a quarterback. He wants the quarterback to adapt to him and his loser ways. I hope he don't get no job. I don't think he deserves one. Kevin would have a fit with Jackson Dart running wild. Right, girl, listen. Jackson Dart would drive him crazy. Tommy Rees spoke glowingly of Shedeur progress. Yes, yes. I don't know if he was team Stefanski at some point. That's his boss. He got to go along with him. He has to go along with him. But Jason Lloyd said that Tommy Rees and Stefanski wanted to bench Shedeur. I used to at least think Jason Lloyd was a good source. I don't even believe that anymore. So I don't even know what to think of Tommy Rees. But the Browns know what's going on in their organization. Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam know what's going on. So I don't know. We're going to see, guys. We're going to learn in the next, like by the time the draft activities start rolling around, the combine and all that good stuff. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see when it is. Oh, yeah. The combine is February 23rd through March 2nd. So by then, the coach will be hired. So they can go out there and look at those guys. We got to find them O-linemen, y'all. It's, to me, way more important than wide receiver. They need the O-linemen. We don't know what they have at wide receiver. Yeah, Mary Kay. Right, hold on. Right, Shay. I agree. Jason lies. He will say anything to disparage Shedeur. Do y'all ever watch UCSS? Probably. If you're familiar with Jason Lloyd, you probably do or did watch UCSS. I stopped messing with them for the most part. If I see because they first do the whole long episode live, and I used to watch those, but I can't tolerate Jason anymore. I'm not going to watch your show just to be angered. I can put up with everybody else. I don't mind if you don't believe in Shedeur. That's cool. Like Dustin and Jay. I'm cool with them. They normal. They express their dumbass opinions, writing off Shedeur, acting like Stefanski developed him, and he's, not perfect, and it's his fault. But Jason Lloyd, I can't tolerate the venom and the hatred that he has for Shedeur. So I said, you know what? I got to stop doing that to myself, watching him when I know he's going to piss me off. So I don't watch him. But when they do the little segment clips and they release those, I look, I make sure he ain't there. And if it's a topic I'm interested in, I'll watch. So they lost me from watching the whole show pretty much every day to now I'll watch a snippet on a topic that I'm interested in if Jason's not there. That's the only way. I don't care what year it is, girl. Anyway, so, I don't mess with them. Jason Lloyd is crazy. He made a fool out of himself. He made himself look crazy. Yeah, I watched G. Bush, of course. And I watched my boy Grizzer. Do y'all know Grizzer? That's my boy. I love Grizzer. Yeah, Mary Kay being on the fence about Shador. I don't care about that. She don't know. Yeah, Amber Love, Jason Lloyd. I can't. Exactly, Saeed, and that's what Andrew Barry and um Jimmy Haslam know. They know Shador's franchise quarterback and going to help them get out of this Deshaun, make it through this Deshaun situation. Earl the Pearl is cool, but you know what? I can't find his show. I was looking at, what is it, Ultimate 214, something like that. I know him and G Bush went live. I don't even know how I stumbled across that thing. I think it must have been on Ultimate Cleveland Sports. I don't know. I gotta find his show. I love Earl the Pearl. Right, Shay. Oh, Amber Love. You notice how, I don't know if y'all know this, but because my block game's so strong, I'm very particular. So when I see somebody talking crap on Twitter, it's just Twitter. I don't have any problem on any other app. It's just Twitter. When I see somebody talking crap, I go look at their page. And if I see a whole bunch of political stuff, block. Because why are they always MAGAs? Why is it that 90% of the time they're MAGAs? And the way they sound is the way Jason sounds. And I think Jason's a MAGA, and so is Kevin Stefanski. That's what I believe. Because that's how they act. Grizzer is cool. I love Grizzer. Hey, I told Mickey McNuggets because since the former Brown was talking about how toxic their media was, I guess Mickey McNuggets was offended by that, and I like Mickey McNuggets. I guess he was offended by that, so he did a post. He responded to a clip of the former Brown, whose name I can't remember, saying how terrible the Cleveland media is. And Mickey's like, you should look at Boston and New York. Yes, we know New York media is mean, but New Yorkers are like notorious for being mean. Everybody's sports media doesn't attack the players every day like Cleveland does. Every day. These people be telling them to trade Myles Garrett. What? What? Why would you open your mouth to say that? But that's what they do. They're just weird. So, Mickey McNuggets was saying, everybody's like that, and you got to have different perspectives. I said, Mickey McNuggets, I don't watch UCSS anymore because I can't take Jason anymore. I don't care about any other view. I like Bull. He's a bull in the china shop. He don't know nothing about football, seem like to me, but I don't have a problem with him needing Shador to prove himself. He's the one person on the panel, like when Shador have a good game, he gets excited. But then he didn't take into account Shador losing his pieces, losing Fannin, losing Judkins, just losing every week. He losing a big piece. And Joker was first. He didn't take that into account, and he wanted Shador to be having that Titans game every week, and so he kind of backed down on him. But I know that Shador's going to win him over because he's rational. Jay, he's kind of like an airhead. That's how I look at Jay. I don't take him seriously. Always talking about what he heard. Somebody heard that they said. That's how those be Jay's sources. He done heard it three times removed. But Jason, I can't. You ain't gonna piss me off. I'm sorry. I'm not signing up for that. Yeah, Jason needs to go. So I did let Mickey McNuggets know that. Ultimate 216. Let me write that down. I did let Mickey McNuggets know that. I cannot watch Jason Lloyd. I agree that all opinions should not be the same. You know who has all the same opinions? Skip Bayless show. The Arena. The Arena unless the coach is on there, they got that coach on there who comes. He doesn't always agree with them, but everybody else agrees. I kind of stopped watching Skip because of that. I love Shador, but I want you to keep it real. I don't want you to have a whole show dedicated to Shador. You got a panel and y'all all think the same thing about Shador. I don't like that. So I do like everybody hates Acho. I don't hate Acho, even though I know half the things he be saying is just for engagement. You don't know what he believes. Because he's a professional and he's going to say things to get you to respond. And he don't care if what you say is good or bad. Engagement is good no matter what you say. So Acho, I don't have a problem with him. But that Jason, I can't. Yes, Jennifer, those robbers were stupid. Jennifer, I got rid of Threads. I guess I need to get it back. Is it less toxic than, well, you said he was Stefanski was being torched, so I guess it's toxic as Twitter. Yes, Grizzer ride for Shador, and he's just, to me, he's just rational. Like these, why can't they take into consideration that Stefanski didn't develop him? And he developed Dylan. And then he'd be like, Dylan was better than Shador. Well, no, he wasn't. Even with all that development, no, he was not better than Shador. I don't give a damn what them stats say. I watch the games. No, Dylan was never better than Shador, even though he got all that development. He learned how to do checkdowns. Saeed, Cleveland media is not used to being held accountable. Correct. And that's what they hate about us. We don't let them spread their narratives. I know poor Jason Lloyd. Ooh, that boy be so upset. Oh my God. Child, Amber, ignore that weirdo. He's stupid. I was like, okay, you got to come with a better insult than that. I mean, look at me. You could think of something better than that. I'm not dark skinned. My beautiful daughters are. Because you know I loves me a dark skinned man. Yes, black is beautiful. All shades. All shades. Bull's starting to get a little disrespectful. He keeps saying Cleveland doesn't have a quarterback. Black Barbie, you like me. That's another group of people I done started muting. Like Daniel Oyefise, whatever however you say his name, he one of those too. And I ain't gonna block him because he's unbiased and I like that. But I ain't reading his stories no more because all I'm gonna do is get mad. If y'all say you don't have no quarterback, I'm gonna get mad because you got a quarterback. So that's fine. Y'all think whatever you want to think. Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam gonna show y'all something different. Not William. You know what, William? I was gonna roast you, but I'm not gonna do a racially charged roast. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, Skip, yeah. Skip ride for Shador, and that's cool. But you have to have, for me, I like to hear all opinions. You don't have to agree with me all the time. You know, sometimes on Twitter, I will get, you got extreme haters, and then you got people who just, they don't know Shador, they don't know his process, and so they just go on. Well, first of all, they don't want to believe that Kevin Stefanski sabotaged him and didn't develop him. They really believe that what we're seeing from Shador is the best that he has to offer. So I'll have conversations with them very calmly. People who are not Shador fans, very calmly, because they're rational. But I'm like, it's okay though, because he's gonna show you. So we can just agree to disagree peacefully, and the future will tell the story. And that's what I like. Watching the arena And just hearing them all say the same opinion, I don't like it. Skip is Shador fanatic like me, for sure. Yes. Did you see Shador mic'd up against the? Yes. I love him, y'all. I love Shador, y'all. For real, for real. He's such a dog. He is such a dog, man. Did you see Shiloh shopping at Goodwill? Not yet. I wanted to wait till I get off. I get off in 15 minutes. Hey, I'm still watching my pings, y'all. I was just at a good place to stop. And plus, I'll be working late all the time anyway. So I will, after I go to the phone store and find out why I can't make phone calls or get text messages, I will come back and work. I'll be mad too. Hey now, Volia, how you doing, sweetie girl? Oh yeah, now Volia, I think that was you that made the comment that says Stefanski's father worked for the Giants, but he doesn't. He's an NBA executive and former basketball player. Shay said, "What exactly are they looking for in a quarterback? If Shador is not it, then who is?" Child, they don't. Cleveland's so used to losing, they don't know, and they have this. I mean, it's not their fault that the team makes this decision. If a quarterback doesn't look great right away, they move on from him. So, well, I mean, they tried to have a quarterback in Deshaun, and they didn't move on from Baker Mayfield quick either. He was there for years, if I recall correctly. But Stefanski never liked him and ran him into the ground and used the press against him, just like he did with Shador, and they let him do it. Amber Love, I make excuses for Shador even when he's wrong. I don't. He's cursing because he's passionate. I don't have a problem with him cursing. Not at all. Somebody said Coach Prime gonna get him about curse. Shador always curses. I don't have a problem with him cursing. He's a grown man. But I don't make excuses for him. If he had a bad game, I'll say he had a bad game. Who getting fired, Saeed? Yeah, I can't get fired, man. That issue's for the birds. That's why I be working late all the time. Yeah, I can't be getting fired. I got to pay these bills, and I'm trying to move. But yeah, I see. A lot of people will like. They don't want you to say anything that's not favorable towards Shador. That's why they hate Acho so much. Plus, I don't know what he believes and what he doesn't believe because he be saying some things. I know he says some things just for engagement. So I don't know. But yeah, I don't even have a problem with Acho because I know that half that mess is fake and some of it is real. He seems to like the Browns because they drafted him, but that doesn't explain why he likes Kevin Stefanski so much. I don't think he does. I think he just be saying that for engagement and to incite people, and it works. It works. What did I see on Twitter? I saw something good on Twitter. Oh, I can't remember what it was. I hate that I can't look at it. My laptop is packed, but I could have just thrown it in the trash. The only reason I didn't is because when I get my new laptop, I have to transfer the stuff over to it. But yeah, I just wanted to check in because stuff kept happening. With the Dolphins firing their coach. We still gotta wait to see. Let's see. Let me see something. Let's come out here. Let me see. NFL news. And then Shador's guys getting caught. Yeah, they keep calling Mike McDaniel an offensive guru. I want him, guys. But I don't think he's going to take no offensive coordinator job. And if they take him as a coach, somebody said you could punk him into keeping Jim Schwartz. Well, do we want a head coach that can be punked into doing anything? Can we just ask him would he consider it? Get rid of Tommy Rees all you want, but can we keep Jim Schwartz and Bill Musgrave? I don't know. They'll have the discussions. There's no patience in. Well, when they draft them real high, it seems to be patience. Like Cam struggled until the end of the season. He seemed to be really putting things together towards the end of the season. They didn't just give up on him. But the Browns, they might have given up on him and gone to whoever QB2 was. They are so weird. You have to commit to someone and let them develop. But I do believe that Andrew Berry is going to allow that for Shedeur, based on the things that he said. I hope they can find a coach like Mike Tomlin now. Volia, I love Mike Tomlin. Yes, very expressive. He motivates his players. He knows how to talk to the media with personality without doing too much, or sometimes doing too much because that's what he feels like doing. I love Mike Tomlin. Yes, yes, Saeed. That's going to make all the difference in the world. I wonder what is wrong with Kevin Stefanski. Like, was he trying to get fired? Why was he doing that? He knew Shedeur was the best quarterback. He knew that he was going to be on the hot seat this year. Jimmy Haslam was giving him a chance to redeem himself at the last season, and he went with Dylan Gabriel. Is it possible that Haslam told him to tank? I don't know. Now, Voldy said they want to keep Tommy Rees because he get along with Shedeur. Everybody can get along with Shedeur. He's not hard to get along with. I like Tommy Rees. I'm just interested to see what happens. I want to see what happens. They need more creativity. I think if they were able to get Mike McDaniels, maybe they could talk him. Nah, could they talk him into just coming in? Just you come and don't get rid of none of our coordinators. Could they talk him into that? I don't think so, y'all. He gonna have people that he wants. Right, Shedeur is not hard to get along with. That's not a reason to keep Rees. Right. I really don't care about Rees. Rees is the one, he's expendable to me. I don't really care about him. The only reason I care about Schwartz is because the defense loves him. They ride for him. And I think that they want him to stay, and I'm afraid there's going to be some emotional blowback if they get rid of him. But Tommy Rees, I don't care about. Shedeur's not hard to get along. Yup, that's right. They said he could possibly end up in Tennessee, but no one wants him. Who? Stefanski? That was another thing. I don't even know why Tennessee is interviewing Stefanski. Cam don't want that man coaching him. And why would they want? I don't think he's getting hired by Tennessee. I would love to see him not get hired. Or get hired as an offensive coordinator on some team that's dumb. Like the Giants. I think Stefanski thought that everything was given to Shedeur because Prime been coaching all his life. Who cares, though? He got in there to OTAs and balled out without Coach Prime. And the thing about it, here's the thing. Who was the quarterback of Colorado or Jackson State that was better than Shedeur? They think Coach Prime gave him something. He was excellent. Exceptional. That's, I don't know. He probably would get like he gave Shiloh. Shiloh is not committed to football, y'all. So that might be a nepotism thing. But not, and Shedeur might be too, to a certain extent, but he deserved it. So, and who is Stefanski to judge him when he's a nepo baby himself? And he's more like a baby. He's not good at what he does, and yet he's allowed to stay in professional football. Now, Bolia said, I heard someone on 92.3 say that when Stefanski picks somebody, he don't want to give them up. Oh, how many people has he picked? I know he picked Dylan. I'm not familiar with him beyond this year. McDaniel seems soft. They may be able to talk him into keeping the coordinators. I don't want them to have a soft coach. Or if they want to have a soft coach, that's cool, because once Shedeur becomes QB1, real Shedeur gonna come out. So you got Miles on defense. He know how to hold people accountable. And you got Shedeur on offense. He knows how to hold people accountable, but he got to be QB1 first. You got to solidify the job first. That's why he's more subdued than he normally was. And that's why I liked hearing him on the mic, because he sounded like regular Shedeur, the dog. I love that. That was a good mic'd up session right there. Y'all see they keep showing Shedeur, right? They keep posting them and everything. Shedeur's QB1, y'all. McDaniel seems soft. Okay, I saw that one already. Amber Love, I'd love to see him unemployed too. I mean, he gonna be rich no matter what. He gonna do fine, but you need to pay for what you did to that boy. You wasted his rookie season. He could have been rookie of the year, but Kevin damn Stefanski. Ooh, yeah, I dislike him and Jason Lloyd equally. Kevin is a Nepo baby himself. He needs to rid himself of thinking like that about Shedeur. You know what, Amber Love? Let him think whatever he wants, because he gone. Bye. Shiloh is a great streamer. Yes. And he ain't even doing that a lot. I know he must have something going on behind the scenes that we just don't know. One thing about my Sanders boys, they tell you what they want to tell you. They're very private otherwise. So we don't know what Shiloh got going on, but I think something's going on behind the scenes with Shiloh, because he's been too busy to come to Shedeur's games, and he hasn't been streaming a lot. He hasn't been streaming at all, and he hasn't been posting YouTube content a lot, like once every week or two. He's awesome. He's a great personality, and he can be whatever he wants to be, actor, model, whatever. I don't think he can be a rapper, but he can be a good producer. Cam will curse Stefanski out. Honey. And so with Shedeur, if he was QB1, yeah, he lucky he had him over a barrel. And you notice in that mic'd up thing, Stefanski want to try to touch him. Shedeur ain't interested in that man at all. Stefanski is not a leader of men, Saeed. That is right. Do you think they're going to trade or cut Dylan? No. He's on a rookie contract. I don't know. I don't think so. He can be the backup. He can be a backup. He's developed. He's on a rookie contract. I don't see why would anybody trade for Dylan Gabriel? Do people trade for backups, or do you just cut them and then they pick them up off the practice squad or whatever? Free agency? No, I don't know how Dylan could be traded. I don't think anybody would trade for Dylan. When Shedeur is secure at QB1, the record-breaking endorsement deals coming. Saeed, that be driving me crazy. Watching football games and seeing Travis commercials and no Shedeur commercials. I understand that Shedeur's Nike deal and Gatorade deals and Kentucky Fried Chicken deals are lucrative, but I know he could have more. Now, even without being QB1, I know he could have more, and it's why I wish he had an agent. Because, I think Cam Ward doesn't have an agent either, but he ain't got no commercials either. He don't got nothing either. That's what I'm saying. So Shedeur doesn't have an agent. Coach Prime is his agent, but Coach Prime is a full-time coach. He can't be a full-time agent. When Shador's bags got stolen, I'd have got him a luxury bag deal. He would have got a deal, man. He's not getting all the deals that he needs to get. Coach Prime possibly sitting around just waiting for money to be thrown at him because, it probably will at some point, but you can be proactive and get that boy some money. I don't know. But then again, also, Shador is very aware of what the people that matter think of him. Just like he loves to make music, and damn it, he makes good music, and so does Bucky. And he's scared to release it because of what they say about him doing music. He's very conscious of that. He earned the game ball during that Titans game. Bruh. Don't get me started on that game ball, but I ain't sweating it. I ain't sweating it. He'll get it next year. Black Barbie said, yeah, Kevin didn't talk to him the entire game until the end when he realized they were in position to win. His quarterback coach was motivating him a lot. I think his name is Bill Musgrave. Yes, it is. Bill Musgrave. Him and Shador team. I done told y'all about Bill Musgrave and what he does to teach Shador plays. Bill Musgrave is him. Shay said he is a jealous person on the team. His girlfriend is letting us know he is talking crap in the background. Correct, Shay. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay because we all talk. Hey, back in my young days, I used to hang out with the basketball players and everything, the San Antonio Spurs and everything. Honey, they talk about each other behind each other's backs all the time. And the players that are not the number one star on the team talk about the number one star on the team all the time. And that's okay. That young lady needs to know not to bring pillow talk to the internet. That's her fault. I don't blame Dylan for that. We already knew that him and Shador had a rivalry by his comments and by Shador's response to his comments. They had a rivalry. We knew that. But that girl did too much. Because she let me know that there were other players that were on Dylan's side. And why would they be on Dylan's side to be quarterback? Do they want to lose? I don't get it. But yes, he's probably jealous now. Because he ain't never getting that job back and he ain't never going to be a starting quarterback again. Amber Love, that's why I hope they do right by him. Shador's a star. Yes, he is. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam know what they have. I think they just couldn't name him QB1 because he still has more development to do because he wasn't developed. And then they got to hire a coach. So you got to do that first. And then you deal with the quarterback thing. Amber says Shador should have an Audemars girl. How this man talking about, they told me bust down my AP and he ain't got no damn deal. This is what I'm talking about. Shador needs an agent. Shador needs an agent, not Coach Prime. They'd be like, well, Nike and Kentucky Fried and Gatorade, they giving you got $20 million out of them. That's all you need. No, it ain't. You better get that damn AP endorsement. Child, listen. Amber. Yolanda Neely. Hey, girl, hey. Shador has endorsements. He just being focused on quarterback one. He should be focused on quarterback one. His agent should be focused on endorsements. Just because we don't see doesn't mean it's not happening behind the scene. If we ain't seeing it, it ain't happening enough. Because when they get those commercials, they get paid every time those commercials air. So behind the scenes ain't getting him that top dollar. That's my opinion, Yolanda. Of course, you're entitled to your opinion as well. I'm just, expressing my opinion. Shay said true. She means advertising, Yolanda. So we'll see what happens. I know Neff don't want an agent, and I don't blame him. So many people dip into their money. I don't think he got a manager either. They be having a manager and an agent. Travis, I love Travis's wife. She's such a good little wife. I love my little niece. She be home doing laundry, cooking. She's a wife. She don't have no whole staff. I mean, I'm sure she's got some staff. I'm sure she, probably got somebody helping her clean and stuff. No, she be doing laundry. If she had somebody, they'd be doing laundry. She gets up in the morning. She does her exercise. She does her chores. She's a good wife. I don't know what Shador got. I don't know what he has. Because they're private. They're very private. Even though they're very public with what they want to share. They don't share everything. So I don't know. Well, Shador has Pilar. And Pilar be cooking. She might be doing housework too. I don't know. He might have a cleaning service. You never know. Nothing wrong with having a cleaning service. Regular people have cleaning services. So, he might have that. Coach Prime got a whole staff. Saeed, you didn't know that? He then got fired. He got fired this morning. I was saying, in my previous post, because I made the post on my way to work this morning and didn't post it until I got home because I got problems with my phone. By the time I went to check my phone, I go check my phone at like 10 a.m. just to see what's happening. He had been fired already. Yeah, bro, he got fired. He's at the top of my list now for the head coach job. That's what we were talking about. That's why they were saying he's a pushover, and so they could probably get him to keep Schwartz. They say he's an offensive guru. That's why I want him. I want him. I want to keep Schwartz on defense, and they need to learn how to work on stopping the run, because what the hell was going on with that? And let this guy come work his magic on offense, and hopefully he's not a pushover, because somebody need to tell Jerry Jeudy, you're wide receiver 3. Until you prove otherwise. You see he got those 2 receptions from Shador on Sunday and still almost dropped them. What is wrong with him? I don't know. Okay. It's 5 o'clock. I got to go to the phone store and find out what's going on with my phone. I might wind up getting a new phone. I need a new phone. My phone is old. I'm done paying it off. Like, I finished paying it off like a year ago, but I wanted to keep that for a while. And then I said, well, after I move, I will get a new phone with a new phone number for the Philly area. And so I was trying to wait till I move, but now my phone, I'm not getting text messages. I'm selling my house and my phone, I can't get phone calls. So I can't. I'm going to have to get a new phone. We'll see. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. I love spending time with y'all. Judy got something personal with Shador. Well, you know what, Amber Love? Him and Shador were sitting next to each other on the bench on that mic'd up segment, and they also dapped each other up, either coming off the field one time. I don't think it's as bad as people think. They should send him with Kevin VG too. Don't nobody want Dylan Gabriel. Maybe as a backup for free. Put him on the practice squad and let somebody just take him. Ain't nobody trading nothing for him. I don't know about Jerry Jeudy. I mean, the Browns took him. Maybe they could find somebody crazy to take him, but I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to sign off, guys. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. I'll think about it. But y'all have a good rest of your day. And as things keep developing, I'll keep checking in. Thanks, guys. And don't forget to like the live. I appreciate you. Mwah.